Good morning, everyone. Good morning, good morning. I'm trapped. I've got Charlie on my lap, and Michiko is just on my lap. Usually they both wait for me to sit down, and then they descend. One gets the left leg, and one gets the right leg. But right now, it's just Charlie, and I can't move. So I thought I would say hi to y'all and just connect with you and offer some inspiration, offer some motivation. And I know it's been a rough couple days. If any of you have been following the story that I've been talking about around a particular bill that Republicans put forth in Congress and now have passed in both the House and the Senate. Can everybody see me okay? I'm having a feeling that there's a little wonkiness with the connection. Is the connection okay? Give me a thumbs up if it is okay. Let me know if it's not okay. Let me know, let me know. Seems a little wonky to me. Is it okay? I see nothing. I see nothing. Give me a signal. Give me a sign that you're out there. The lighting in here looks, wow, okay. I look very bright. It's not even like sunny. Okay. It's fine. Thanks, Johnny. Thanks, Johnny. So how is everybody doing out there, and where are you right now watching from? Anyway, I just wanted to give you I know for some of you, you're starting your day. For some of you, you're already in the middle of your day, but I'm basically just starting my day. Awesome. Thanks, Johnny. Thanks, Johnny. Thanks, Paolo. And, you know, I don't know about you, but I have been following everything that's been going on. You know, I like reading the paper. I like being an informed citizen. And then I started kind of reading Twitter feeds more. And I don't know about you, but I was having like little heart attacks every day. And it wasn't helping me at all. And I've done a number of media blackouts, and then I would kind of slowly get back into listening to the news and reading the paper and reading Twitter. And then I'd get like little heart attacks again. And then I have to stop. And so I read a wonderful op-ed in the New York Times over the weekend. It was actually really funny because I was having little heart attacks. And then on New York Times, because I love the New York Times, there was an opinion by Arthur C. Brooks, who's a regular commentator at New York Times. And it was the headline just said, "Depressed by politics, just let go." And I like sat down like crying and read this because I was so desperate to feel better and still feel engaged in what's going on in my country. And it's really lovely. I highly recommend it. You should be able to get it whether you're a New York Times subscriber or not. So it's called "Depressed by Politics, Just Let Go." And it was an opinion piece from this past weekend. And I'll just read to you the very end because I think the last paragraph is really important. And I've been saying this, but Arthur C. Brooks gets to say it in the New York Times. But I've been saying this about being engaged. And I have a guide for political activism around animal issues on my website at Patrick-Goudreau.com. And I really encourage you to go check it out because it's really about how to be empowered anytime, but especially at a time when we're feeling really powerless around more national issues, getting involved on a local level and getting involved. There's so many ways to get involved in a regional level. And so I've been saying that, and go find that guide, and you can heed its advice or not. But one of the things he said, and this is just the last two paragraphs, so he gives a beautiful analogy. He said, "First, find a way to bring politics more into your sphere of influence so it no longer qualifies as an external locus of control. Simply clicking through angry political Facebook posts by people with whom you already agree will most likely worsen your mood and help no one." I wasn't having that issue with Facebook posts, but on Twitter, definitely. And again, not angry, just outrage. Like outrage can be really addictive and can be really, can really feed that kind of self-righteousness. So I don't know about you, but I would read things and then I would be like, oh my God, exactly. That's so awful. That's just so horrible. That's just so horrible. How can that be happening? How can that be happening? And it just fed this self-righteousness, but it wasn't doing anything for me. It wasn't like making me work harder to help the things I care about. It was just making me outraged. So, and that's the thing. I'm not like following people with whom I disagree. I was following people with whom I agree, and it wasn't helping. Instead, get involved in a tangible way. volunteering, donating money, or even running for office. This transforms you from victim of political circumstance to problem solver. Does that make sense? Would someone like to write that down there? Because I think that is so key. Getting involved in a tangible way transforms you from victim of political circumstance to problem solver. If you don't write that down, I will when I can. Right now there's a cat on my lap, so I can't put a laptop on my lap. And pay less to politics as entertainment, which I think we've all been doing as well. So again, getting involved in I'm paraphrasing Arthur C. Brooks. Getting involved in a tangible way transforms you from victim of political circumstance to problem solver. Does that make sense to anybody out there? Made sense to me, and that was the day that I started doing a media blackout again, and I have had a media blackout since that day. That was Saturday, and it's Thursday. And I'll dip a little bit just because, the tiniest bit though, I mean, by mistake, like I'll still be on my Twitter feed, but I don't go to the main Twitter feed. It's just called discipline. So I can kind of be on my own feed and post, but I don't go over to the main feed. Sometimes it happened by accident and I would see something. So I know a little bit, and then I'd get in the, yesterday I had to go to a meeting, and so I got in the car and, NPR was on. So I listened to a couple minutes of it and then I turned it off. It has been so helpful and so healing, and I get more done to help animals and more done to help the causes that I care about, not being constantly pummeled by all of this bad news. So does that help anybody out there? Is anybody out there? I just highly recommend it. It's been helping me, and maybe you don't need that advice, but I certainly did, and it was helpful. But I've said this for 25 years as an activist, that, one of the things that brings me hope is being active. What gives me hope is actually being part of the solution. And so if you're feeling at all disempowered and you're feeling depressed and you're feeling helpless, for me, and hopeless, the best way to overcome that is to actually be involved. So I've got 3 new animology podcasts already written. I have to record them today. I've got I have a couple in the bank that are going out. I'm working with an agent for my new book. I, of course, have started our PAC, our Political Action Committee here in Oakland, so that we can work with city officials to pass animal-friendly legislation and get animal-friendly legislators in the city council and other positions of power in government. I have a spot on Good Day Sacramento on Monday. So I've got another KQED NPR editorial. So I'm doing everything I can to keep doing the work that's important, and I'm also engaged where I can be on a political level, on a general political level. So I hope that helps you, and that you go about your day taking deep breaths, taking a break from the media and from Facebook, in terms of engagement and conversations, and just being as productive as possible, because being involved, getting involved, means that you are not a victim of political circumstance, but rather a problem solver. Does that help? Does that help? I don't know if it helps. I don't know if anybody's out there. So that's my advice, and I hope it helps. And for the animals, thanks for watching.